Okay, keep that plastic sick bucket handy, because you really might need it for this one. Because even by Trump standards, and that bar is so low, it's basically scraping the Earth's mantle. This next story is the kind of sleazy, sordid, stomach-churning mess that makes you wonder why anyone ever pretended this man was fit for public office. This is Madeleine Westerhout, and what I'm about to tell you is absolutely insane, but let's be honest, completely on brand for a man who treats marriage like a punch card and women like disposable merchandise. Trump has never been faithful. Not once, not ever. This is the same guy who cheated on Ivana with Marla Maples, then cheated on Marla Maples with Melania, then cheated on Melania with Stormy Daniels, and now, shock of shocks, allegedly cheated on Melania again with his 28-year-old White House assistant. Of course he did. Of course he did. What else do we expect from a man whose moral compass points directly into the sewers? And now new leaked allegations say he was literally banging his assistant in the White House during the shutdown, during Christmas, while Melania was gone. Because why solve a crisis when you can, just bang your assistant? Let's get into the details. Donald Trump allegedly told his friends he was banging his 28-year-old White House assistant, a prominent author claimed to Jeffrey Epstein. Michael Wolff, who has written multiple books detailing Trump's behaviour, included this claim in a draft he emailed to Epstein in 2019. Yes, you heard that correctly. Not only was Trump allegedly sleeping with his 28-year-old assistant, he was comfortable enough saying it that Wolff put it in writing, sent it to a sex trafficker, and assumed everyone involved would nod along just like it was a normal everyday Thursday. So let's pause here. There are 23,000 emails dumped straight from Epstein's estate into Congress, and this little gem was buried inside. That's how casually depraved Trump's world is. Like these people were swapping stories over cocktails while Rome burned. Now, Madeleine Westerhout has pushed back and denied everything, and I'll get to her statement in a moment, but here's the kicker. Michael Wolff describes Trump staying behind at the White House during Christmas 2018 not to work, not for the shutdown, and certainly not for the country, but because Melania was away and he allegedly had the place to himself with his 28-year-old assistant, bringing papers to his residence. And according to Wolff, she found him in his underwear. Ooh, now where's that bucket? Of course she did. Because why wouldn't a 72-year-old man-child be wandering the White House half-naked, waiting to impress his assistant with whatever executive orders he had flopping around? Then the article continues. Trump took a particular interest in her. Bannon recalled Trump repeating, "She's got a way about her," his signature creepy stamp of approval for young women. The president told friends he wasn't staying at Mar-a-Lago because of the shutdown. He was staying because he was banging Madeleine. Westerhout's attorney responded, "These are absurd and defamatory accusations from a discredited writer, unhinged from reality, simply not true." Now look, she's denying it, and I'm not claiming to know what did or didn't happen, but here's what we do know about Donald J. Trump. He has cheated on every single one of his wives. He bragged about grabbing women by the pussies on tape. He walked into teen pageant dressing rooms, leered at semi-naked kids by his own admission. He normalized predatory behaviour as locker room talk. He literally said he walks in on models because he can. He called his own daughter, a piece of ass. And his closest crony was Jeffrey Epstein, a man so vile that even Fox News will barely mention his name. So forgive me if I don't exactly clutch my pearls when someone claims Trump was banging his assistant. That's like hearing water is wet, or the sky is blue, or Trump lied today. Nothing about this is surprising. And here's the most telling part. These emails were never meant to be public. They weren't press statements. They weren't campaign spin. They were private conversations, the things people say when they think nobody will ever read them. And in those private conversations, Trump was exactly who we always knew he was. And this, right here, this is why Donald Trump is desperate to stop the Epstein files from being released. Because once those floodgates open, it's not just Epstein crimes we'll see. It's the ecosystem, the orbit, the enablers, the people who floated so comfortably in Epstein's world because they felt at home there. And Donald Trump was at the center of that orbit for decades. If he were innocent, he would have released those files years ago, but instead, he screams Democratic hoax. He screams scam. He sends his Attorney General to attack Democrats listed in the files, while insisting those exact same files are fake when they implicate him. It's Animal Farm politics. Truth for thee, lies for me. One rule for you, another for the king of pigs. And whether this particular affair allegation is true or not, the pattern is undeniable. Whenever sexual misconduct is involved, Trump is never far from the story, and that is why he's terrified. Because once the Epstein vault is cracked open, we finally stop guessing, and he finally stops escaping. If you want to see more stories like this, leave a comment down below and hit the wee subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, consider sharing it with your friends because it really helps a lot. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.